All right, Shalom. I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and the few sisters that's out there unto the like foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. BlackRock and Blackstone just went beast mode on U.S. utilities. They're not buying tech startup anymore. They're buying the power that keeps AI alive. That was the most fascinating post by this brother Azar Ahamath. He posted this, which was a beautiful post. Through the spirit, I always, always say that when you look at the movie Matrix, I believe it's the third movie. In that movie, show you Machine City. And a Machine City, matter of fact, we're not even saying, let me play this.
Hidden near these dried rivers. Welcome to the year 2055, where the AI server farms are draining water. Water is no longer our right, it's a product. You don't fetch water, you scan for it. Drinking water became more expensive because of the unavailability. Hidden near these dried rivers stand monstrous AI server farms, pulling millions of liters daily just to cool machines that generate our data. In the slums, people burn plastic waste to boil rainwater just to survive. A smart water ATM scans your face to decide if you deserve water today. If access denied, try again tomorrow. In metros, vending machines sell bottled water. It's not thirst anymore, it's survival. And somewhere, a child drinks the last drop from a crumpled bottle, not knowing when he'll taste water again. And if we don't act now, the next tech upgrade might cost us our last river. Save water and regulate the tech.
Now, what's ironically funny about that one, that was I could clearly see that's based on India, and India is known for having polluted water, but water in general is becoming a commodity. I did a show on it, and that show you had two Ishmaelites that was sitting in a couch talking about how Elon Musk's father was it? Yeah, Elon Musk's father is trying to tokenize water, clean water, and their excuse is because you have to process the water. Water, people think, and the guy said, people think water's for free, but it's not free. But yet, the Most High gave water for free. All right, water was for free. Yet this man has to find a way in order to the human basic stuff that you need. He makes a profit off of it, where you're not supposed to make a profit off of certain things. Period. That's not even a thing of um, commodity. All right, it was God given right, but he's making a profit off of it because going back to the basic, it says right here, Job 9:24. It says the earth. What's a part of the earth? Water. Okay, air, everything. Is given into the hand of the wicked. And technically, all he has was part of his blessing. Matter of fact, let's go to this man's blessing. Genesis 27. He's how can I say it? It's not part of his blessing to do what he's doing. He's outreaching his blessing. Okay? It says Genesis 27:38. And Esau said unto his father, Hast thou but one blessing, my father? Bless me, even me also, O my father. And Esau lifted up his voice and wept. And Isaac his father answered and said unto him, Behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, the best parts of the earth. All right. And the dew of heaven from above. So this is the only nation of people that was able to say to control the skies, airspace. All right. That was be able to go beyond the ozone. Okay. Have satellites up in this up in the heavens. Okay, I wanted to check out the word do. Do, which is a Hebrew word tal. Do, night mist. Do as covering vegetation. Let me see. To cover with roof, of a roof, cover over roof. So he was only given a certain limit, but being the greedy bastards that they are, they want to go beyond that which the bound that was they were supposed to cross. All right. There's a boundary to everything. The Lord put that. Matter of fact, the Lord said, when He said, "Fear ye not me," that He put the way, He put the boundaries. Matter of fact, I'm gonna quote that, but I'm gonna get the thing. He's the one that put the boundaries of the sand. The waters cannot pass the sand. You have you got the Atlantic Ocean and Pacific Ocean. There's somewhere, I believe, is in near it's near the Hawaii, that these two bodies of ocean does not even cross each other. Okay, they don't even cross that because there's a boundary that the Lord set. Let me see if I can remember which I'm looking for. As Second Ezra 30, Second Ezra 4:28. It talks about, yeah, this is it. Second Ezra um, 4:11. How should thy vessel then be able to comprehend the way of the highest, and the world being being no now outwardly corrupted, to understand the corruption that is evident in my sight? Then said I unto him, it were better that we were not at all, than that we should live still in wickedness, and to suffer, and not to know wherewith. He answered me and said, I went into a forest, into a plain, and the trees took counsel, and they said, come, let us go and make war against the sea, that it may depart away before us, and that we may so that we may make us more woods. The flood of the sea also in like manner took counsel and said, come, let us go up and subdue the wood of the plain, that may we make sorry we may make us another country. The thought of the wood was in vain, for the for the fire come and consume it. The thought of the flood of the sea came likewise to naught, for the sand stand up and stopped them. If thou wedged if thou wedged judge not betwixt these two, whom wouldest thou begin to justify, or whom wouldest thou condemn? And I answered and said, verily it is foolish that the thought that they both have devised. For they for the ground is given into the wood, and the sea also have his place to bear his floods. Then answered he me and said, thou hast given a right judgment. But why judgest thou in thyself also? So everything has its boundary. They both can't pass that boundary. Who is the one that's not allowing these boundaries to pass? The Most High Himself. All right. Esau is he's pushing the limitations that he has, that his puny mind cannot comprehend. This is why they're well known for saying that, whatchamacallit, Elon Musk made a bold statement and said they're summoning demons. It says the demons see people as ants. You are going beyond your comprehension. You're going beyond the realms of mortal men. And you unaware and foolish to believe that you can control something that's not made for you to control. Verse 21. For like as the ground is given into the wood and the sea of, to his flood, even so they that dwell upon the earth may understand nothing but that which is upon the earth. And he that dwelleth above the heavens may only understand things that are above the height of heavens. That's why the scripture says, my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither my ways your ways. As the heavens is above the earth, so the Lord is ways above us. Right? Then answered I and said, I beseech thee, O Lord, let me have understanding. Let me see if I got jumped. Nah, I gotta jump down. Verse 30. For the grain of evil seed has been sown in the heart of Adam from the beginning. And how much ungodliness have it brought up into this time? How much shall it yet bring forth until the time of the threshing come? We are in the time of the threshing. So that seed that was implanted in Adam made this world to be manifested what it is. And the embodiment, this is how heavy it is. The embodiment of that seed, the ultimate vessel, Romans the ninth chapter tells you that seed is Esau, the wrath fitted for destruction. He is the embodiment of the wickedness. It said, ponder now by thyself how great fruit of wickedness the grain of seed have brought forth, which is the controllers of this world. This is why they want to profit of everything that the Lord created. They are the ones that setting profit off of things that the Lord created easily for man to service for man. I read it, but I'm gonna read it again because, like I said, I did the last show. Psalms 104, and I ended there, and about two, no, four actually. Mm. Who maketh his angels spirits, his ministers a flame of fire, who laid the foundation of the earth, that it shall not be removed forever, that covereth it with a deep with a garment, the waters stood above the mountains. At, at thy rebuke they fled at the voice of thy thunder, and I hastened away. I go up by the mountains, down they go down by the valleys into the place which thou hast founded for them. So what we call harmony, circle of life, the way everything rotate, the way things go, the Lord is the one that's responsible for that. Water itself doesn't go away, it's recycled. Energy is recycled, everything is recycled. So there's fire, which what's a form of fire? Electricity. Electricity is what? Concentrated fire. You're not even supposed to put a price to that. But yet this man does. This is why he's not fit to rule. All right? It says, he sent his springs into the valleys which run among the hills. They give drink to every beast of the field. The ass quench their thirst. So you supposed to charge the ass, the beast. How much more men? All right. You're not supposed to charge a dime. By them shall the fowls of heaven have their habitation, which sing among the branches, the birds. He watereth the hills for his chambers. The earth is satisfied with the fruit of their works. So the satisfaction is what? Everything comes together. What it says in Proverbs, real quick, might be going. Let's see, Proverbs 17. No, it's further up. It says, "The grave and the bearing womb, the earth that is not filled with water, the fire that saith not, it is enough." So it's never enough. It's always abundance. Basically, it's made for an abundance use. Okay, so there's plenty of clean drinking water. There's plenty of good clean air. This man has made profit off everything. And his future, he rather give artificial intelligence autonomy to all the stuff so it could reproduce itself, just like that movie The Matrix. This man needs to be taken out. He needs to be taken out immediately. All right. He is not fit to be any sort of rulership. Everything can coexist. Sirach 10 and 8, it says, because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, because of slavery, because what he have done, he have broken every treaty that was possible, and riches gotten by deceit. They made all these riches and they got it by deceit, rape, rob, and murder. The kingdom is translated from one people to another because they do not fit as rulers to uphold the Lord's earth is Eden. Okay? Everything has to have everything has to go back into, like, even in the movie The Lion King, the circle of life. So why is earth and ashes proud? Which is ironically because what man is made from the dust of the ground. We come from the dust, and when our spirit leaves, when that fire leaves us, our spirit goes back to the Father, the Spirit, the Father of spirits. All right, proving that even in the spiritual sense is a cycle. All right, when your spirit goes back to the Father, what happens to your body? It gets cold, and what happens when it's cold? Eventually, it decompose. All right, and once it decomposes, what happens? It goes back. It's supposed to go back to the earth that gave it form. So you feeding the earth as well. But this devil, he already have it, and his all this massive death that he planning to do. He's gonna put people in plastic um, coffins and so forth. And in that plastic coffin, you're gonna the what's that word I said, decompose. But instead of going back to the earth that you came from, you're not gonna be able to go back to the earth. So even in that sense, he's breaking the cycle. It says there is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man, which the whole point is he covets what? Land. He's going to covet land mass, rivers, waters. Okay? It says, for such a one setteth his own soul to sell, because while he live, he cast away his bowels. And that's Esau. All right? That is Esau. It says, the physician cut off a long disease. And he's cutting, Yahweh Shai is coming to cut off that long disease. Esau is a cancer of the world. When you read Second Ezra, was it the fifth chapter? It tells you how the world hastened, no, fourth chapter, hastened to be destroyed. Why? Because of the powers that be. It says, and he that is today a king, tomorrow he shall die, which is Esau. His kingdom is decomposing. All right, his kingdom is finished. For when a man is dead, he shall inherit creeping things, beasts and worms. This is why they're trying to um, escape death. They want to live forever, immortality. Tells you in Wisdom of Solomon. All right, but that's promise. That's why they have this thing called transhumanism. In order to empower that vision of transhumanism, they need these data center cities, these robotic cities, and to suck on off the land of the world. The beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High, and his heart is turned away from his Maker. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that have it shall pour out abomination. And therefore the Lord brought upon them strange calamities, and overthrow them utterly. The Lord hath cast down the thrones of proud princes, and set up the meek in their stead. So we're going to inherit the world as the Lord promised. At the Wadi Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It says, the Lord hath plucked up the roots of the proud nation and planted the lowly in their place. The Lord overthrew countries of heathens and destroyed them, destroyed them to the foundation of the earth. He took some of them away and destroyed them, and he made their memorial to cease from the earth. Pride was not made for men, nor the fierce anger for them that are born of women. They that fear the Lord are a sure seed, and they that love him an honorable plant. And they that regard not the law are dishonorable seed, and the transgression that committeth the commanders or the deceivable seed, which is Esau. Because Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. And I'm going to end it off on this. Jeremiah 51 and 25. It says, behold, I'm against thee, O destroying mountain, saith the Lord, but destroyeth all the earth. I will stretch out my hand upon thee, and I will roll thee down from the rocks, and I will make thee a burnt mountain. That is what the government of America, all right, Esau, controls. The Lord is going to take this man out of a position of power because of what? He destroyed the world that the Lord created. So with that being said, shalom to the elected nations. Shalom.